employment, and you're focusing, Jason's focusing on that, so tell us what you're up to.
Yeah, so good afternoon, everybody. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with everybody at our Employment Services program. And just want to let you know, when I came in this morning, I saw Jason had a white shirt, looked almost just like me, and I'm like, oh no. We did not coordinate this stuff. And he's a little darker, so we're not exactly twins. So to start, we wanted to discuss the implementation of our program. And we started out with the program called Employment Readiness because we were just assisting people with their resumes and applications and just preparing them to start to look for work. The fiscal year last year, I served 230 new clients with employment services. And so why did we start the program? Basically, we started the program because we have case management. We are seeing a lot of clients coming back month after month, getting assistance with electricity and with basic needs such as food stamps. But we were thinking the elderly and the disabled, they really need assistance month after month a lot of times because they have a limited budget and their situation isn't changing. But for younger people who are able to work, we really think it's important to help them find work so that they can just pay those necessities on their own. So we've started the program for that main reason. People who are working, they have a positive feeling about themselves. They can contribute to their families and to the community. And we assist clients get a job quicker because we're assisting clients to prepare their application the right way, not leaving any blanks, prepare a resume the correct way, so they can get a job quicker. And in addition, a lot of people that come into the program, they lack motivation. A lot of times they've been dealing with an issue such as some severe depression, or possibly they've been raising their families and they've been out of work for a long time. So they need a little bit of motivation to get back into the workforce. So we try to help them with that. It takes a lot of rejections to get a job. A lot of times you go through a lot of interviews, or just in the application process. You apply to a lot of places and you don't hear back from employers. So we try to motivate people to start looking and really put an effort into their job search. So the first thing we do is we assess people. We try to figure out people's barriers. We go through a whole assessment, finding out what the barriers are to them finding employment, and try to resolve those issues with them. And then we talk about their future goals. A lot of people who are out of work, they are not working and they're not doing anything really. They're looking for work, but they're not very active. So we say, there's this vocational trainings in the community, and we've been meeting with different agencies, finding out where the trainings are, and we assist people by getting into those trainings. If you're not working, at least you can use your time training and get a certificate that in the future you'll be able to use and not go through these periods of unemployment in the future. So there are some ways that we work with clients and we can tell if their resume is working or if the interview is the problem, and Jason's going to talk a little bit about that.
One of the first things I like to do when I sit down with the client is, of course, get their resume. At the beginning of the discussion, I like to ask them, how long have you been looking for a job? How many resumes have you sent out? Have you gotten any callbacks? The reason I approach it that way is because, a lot of times clients will say, well, I've been looking for work 6 months. I've sent out probably 100 or 200 resumes. I haven't gotten one callback. That probably tells me you have a problem with your resume. So that tells me my focus probably needs to start there. Sometimes they get several calls back and have been on 10 interviews, but they haven't gotten a job. So that kind of tells me maybe it's their interviewing skills. Their resume may be fine, because obviously they're getting calls back. So that just kind of gives me a pinpoint of what I need to really focus on probably. Sometimes people need both, so we continue to work with those clients and help them resolve whatever issue it may be. Covering thank you letters. To me, a thank you letter is kind of another way to open the door. Once you've sent a resume, maybe talked on the phone or got an interview, a thank you letter is another way to say, hey, I'm still here. Remember me? I thank you, but also you're putting your name back out there that you're still interested in the position. So I think it's a good thing to write a good thank you letter and send back to the employer.
So the next thing we work with clients on is applications. A lot of clients leave blanks in the application. There'll be a section like any extra qualifications that you have related to the job. People will leave that blank. They can't think of anything. So we tell them you don't want to leave any blanks in your application. And if clients can fill out the application a better way, they can get a job a lot quicker. So the next thing we discussed after that is how to dress for an interview.